Hello po, isang magandang biyernes sa inyong lahat. November 11, 2022. At 44 days na lang, Pasko na. Mabuhay po kayong lahat. Welcome po sa the Friday edition ng the stock market today. Ang ating balita ay isang special report tungkol sa Philippine economy at earnings report ng Converge at SEB. Ako po si Benji Chidoro, isang retired bank officer at nag-invest po sa Philippine stock market noong pang 2007. Araw-araw ko pong binabalita ang pinaka-latest news tungkol sa inyong paborito at pinaka-aktibong stocks sa Philippine market. At kung gusto niyo po ng content, niimbitahan ko po kayo mag-subscribe sa aking channel. Kung meron po kayong stocks na gusto nyo pa-review o meron po kayong tanong tungkol sa Philippine stock market o wealth management, paki-comment lang po sa comment box at aking ipa-prioritize. Hindi po ako financial advisor. Ang mga sinasabi ko po dito ay hindi po financial advice. Get well soon to my cousin Mari. Again, we're praying for your recovery. Huwag kayong alis dahil babahagi ko sa inyo ang ating financial headlines at ang resulta ng trading sa ating PSE ngayong araw, November 11, 2022, dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. Okay, ang ating financial headlines galing po sa Video Securities. Philippine third quarter GDP surprises with 7.6% growth. Ito ang ating main news, no? Then Converge reports 18% growth in the first 9 months of 2022. NIKL income in the first 9 months up by 12%. MAC swings to 274 million profit. AREIT 9-month income up 65% year-on-year. RCR reports earnings of 3.1 billion in the first 9 months, 5 times year-on-year. EMI post flat profits of 7.2 billion. So hindi po nag-grow, ibig sabihin ng flat. SEB narrows losses to 12.1 billion. So lost po siya last year at lost po siya today. Lost this year, but the losses are smaller than last year. JGS post core net income of 6.5 billion. So yan po ang ating mga headlines, and tunghayan po natin ang ating macro news, and this came also from a special report, no? Third quarter GDP surprises to the upside, robust performance notwithstanding macro headwinds. So it's 7.5 in 2 quarters to 7.6 in the third quarter. The third quarter GDP growth was well above consensus estimates of 6.2% and brought year-to-date GDP growth to 7.7%, likely to meet the government's 6.5 to 7.5 full-year target and overshoot our 6.9% projection. Benefits from economic reopening continue to help offset the impacts of higher inflation and tighter monetary policy. We review our full year 22 forecast along with the full year 23 forecast of 5.5%. So ito po yung na-note, no, ng analyst. Household consumption growth remained strong at 8.8%. Investments growth held steady at 21.7%. And trade sector also posted robust expansion as exports grew 13.1%. Inflation, however, continues to accelerate, and it's now at 7.7 in October, the fastest, no? Since 6.9 in September, and the BSP to match the Fed's 75 basis points rate hike. So yan po ang ating main news, and we have 2 special reports. The first one is from Cebu Air, and Cebu Air, meron po siyang neutral previously and it remains to be neutral. Higher operating costs stifle strong top-line recovery. So the 9-month results broadly in line with expectations. So it's a loss actually. Net loss narrowed to 12 billion. We note that the recovery path remains intact as SEB posted a second consecutive EBITDA positive quarter. Sequential growth despite off-season travel. And magkakaroon na po ng increased air traffic because of the Christmas season coming up. Elevated fuel prices and weak peso remains a drag to earnings recovery. Action valuation maintained neutral. Target price reduced to 40 pesos. It was previously at 48. The next we have Converge, reaffirmed buy with a lower target price. Resilience in a challenging economic development. So the estimated income of, or there was a registered net income of 2.2 billion, up 8.8% quarter on quarter and 10.8% year on year. Residential rebounds while enterprise emerges. Balance sheet resilient against macro headwinds. Maintained buy with lower target price of 2050. And the 2050 target price is a little above the IPO price. So the target price was previously at 30 pesos. It is now at 2050, but it is still a buy. Okay, so before we go to the index, let me read some comments here from Raquel Robrigado. Di po ako nagsasawang makinig sa inyo, sir, kahit di pa ako nakakapagsimula. Marami po ako natututunan. Alam ko marami pang dapat matutunan tungkol sa stock market. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Raquel. But you should start somewhere. So, you gain some experience sa stock market, sa stock investing. You have to start somewhere. Okay, good evening, sir. Ano pong madi-delete sa MSCI? Thanks. Actually, very interesting question yan, si Sebastian Arcamo ang nagtanong. And I tried looking around, and what I saw was, first, this article, Converge ICT Solutions, share buyback plans moves Converge stocks. Ito yung September 26 edition. Dito po, ang sabi sa isang paragraph, rumors are circulating that Converge will be removed in the MSCI this coming November. The stock was sold down by foreign brokers even before the rumor went out, pushing the price further down beyond its IPO price of 1680. Okay, sabi niya mare-remove daw sa MSCI. I think this is in the main index, because when I began searching on what will be removed and what will not be removed, I found this. Ito po yung MSCI, But this is the small cap index. Sorry po, ito lang po yung nakita ko. Ang sabi niya dito, additions, Converge ang naad, GT Capital and Metro Pacific Investment ang naad sa small cap index. But I guess in the main index, ito po yung natanggal. Itong tatlo. Nag-guess lang po ako, Dahil from the regular index to the small cap index, ito po yung naad. Ito po yung naad sa small cap index at maaaring ito yung nanggaling sa regular cap or the regular index. So, ang na-bump off sa small cap index is All Home tsaka Vistaland. Yan po. So, Converge may have been removed from the main index kasama po ang GT Capital at Metro Pacific. At napasama siya sa small cap. Nakuha niyo po. MSCI means Morgan Stanley Capital Index. Yan po ang ibig sabihin ng MSCI. Morgan Stanley Capital International rather. Yan. So, yan po ang sagot ko, Sebastian Arcamo. Okay, so let's now move on to the Philippine Stock Exchange and the Philippine Stock Exchange index on what happened today. All right. Ito po ang ating index. So, okay, the index gained 119.20 points. Nasa 6286.77 divided. Despite the red candlestick here, it ended higher. It opened at 6307, but it went as high as 6349. So it opened higher, but it ended lower. Kaya po red candlestick. But the closing price or the closing index was higher than last Friday's closing of 61.67. Yesterday's closing rather at 61.67. Kaya 119.20 points. Yung ating market activity, 125 ang umabante, 58 ang nag-decline, 40 ang hindi nagbago. Ang all-share index ay positive, 1.96% up. All the sectoral indices are up. And this was led by the holding companies at 2.74% and properties at 2.73%. So, yung most active stocks naman, BDO is the most active stock, followed by Ali, BPI, SM, and SMPH, puro SM group, ano? Pero kung titingnan nyo po yung MSCI, total na discuss na po natin yan kanina. Ang nasa top, no, as of yesterday, is SM Prime Holdings, no? Followed by BDO Unibank. Tapos number 4 si SM Investment. Ayala Land is number 3. Okay? So, balik po tayo. So, tingnan po natin ang nag-figure out sa news kanina. I-review natin si CNVRG, NIKL, MAC, AREIT, RCR, and EMI or Emperador. Okay, CNVRG muna tayo. Si CNVRG, mukhang nagre-recover si CNVRG. And the closing price is already touching yung ating EMA20, nasa 12.42. So, yung 12.50 is already above that price, slightly above that price. At from an oversold position here noong November 9, ay umakyat na po si CNVRG. So, the reason during October, kaya po siya bumaba, is because natanggal po siya sa large and mid cap index to the small cap. Na-reclassify po siya. Pero paakyat po siya, support is here, nandito po sa 1150, more or less, ang support. Or, yes, 1150, but the 1250 is the near resistance level. 1342 po yung next resistance level ni CNVRG. So, it's looking good, although it's still on a downtrend based dito sa medium and long-term indicator, but it went oversold. The stock went oversold noong November 7 up to yesterday, November 9, Yan po yung oversold level yan. Pero matagal po nag-oversold dito, noong October pa lang. Nag-oversold na siya nung September 22, spilling out to October 6. Tapos October 10, nag-oversold na naman po siya. Pero it somewhat recovered at nag-oversold na naman po siya dito until the earnings report came out, So, yung target price ni CNVRG, nakita po natin kanina, and it's at 1250 from 30 or an upside of 70 or about 71%. So, pagkatapos kay CNVRG, tignan mo natin si NIKL. Si NIKL ay yan, umakyat si NIKL 2 centavos, although just slightly parang looks like nag-profit taking, but it went oversold here, noong October 26, and since then umakyat na po siya. So it touched the oversold level, and since then it began moving up. So NIKL, kumita po siya. Support is here at 485. So on a short and medium term basis ay nagbago na po ng trend. Just probably a matter of time before it touches yung long-term 100-day exponential moving average natin. But on a short and medium term, bullish na po si nickel, paakyat na po siya. Parabolic SAR, okay, may buy rating na siya dito. Dito po nag-start yung buy rating niya. Dahil dito ay nagkaroon ng RSI. Okay, next we have MAC. Lushutan Group ito itong si MAC. And because of the airlines is down right now, ngayon nagre-recover siya. Uy, nag-touch siya ng oversold dito ha. Nag-touch lang siya. Here, 30.32 at saka 30.26. Pagkatapos nun, umakyat na. Yan. So, right now, ay bullish po si MAC based po dito. Sa short and medium term, ay bullish po si MAC. And even in the long term, ay mas mataas na po yung presyo niya kesa doon sa 100-day exponential moving average. Nasa 473 po yung 100 days pero nasa 480 na po. So, on the way to recovery and it's moving upwards. Support is at 431 and the next resistance level, higher resistance po ito, no? Nandito po sa area to 537. Tapos naman, tingnan natin si AREIT. Nagbigay po ito ng dividendo, ha? Yan, nagre-recover po si AREIT, ha? So, nag-oversold po siya dito. Tapos, oversold na naman po dito, 27. Noong October 19. Unang oversold dyan dito po sa September 28 when RSI was just 15, ha? Oversold na naman dito at RSI 26 noong October 3. And then nag-oversold na naman dito noong October 14, 15, 17, 18, 19. Pagkatapos po nun ay umakyat na po yung dahan-dahan na po siyang umakyat until the level today. So right now, the support is here at 3094. And the next resistance level that I see ay nandito, 33. The higher resistance is here, nasa 35. Okay, so that's AREIT. And there are, magkaroon po siya ng dividends. November 10, dapat kahapon po binigay ito. Kung meron po kayong AREIT. AREIT gives quarterly dividends. Kaya para kayong merong preferred shares pagka meron po kayong REITs. Next, we have RCR, another REIT to. No? RC Commercial REIT or RL Commercial REIT or RCR. Nagbigay din po siya ng dividends. 9.74 centavos per share. Payment is on November 29. Ex-date is November 17. So, meron po kayong chance, to buy this REIT. So, right now, on the medium and long term, ay bearish po siya. Pero on the short term, ay sideways na po. So, matagal po siyang nag-oversold. Starting po dito nung September 21 until October 21, 1 month po siyang oversold. So, kung nag-accumulate po kayo dito, ay maganda pong, ito po ay isang buy signal, itong RSI below 30 oversold level po. Yan po. Ngayon po, ang presyo po niya ay nasa 513, but if you bought here, ang presyo po niya ay nasa 5 pesos. Yan. It went as low as 499, 496 actually. So ngayon ay you have a bit of appreciation on the stock. Support is at 5 pesos and the next resistance level that I see nasa 586. Okay, finally we have Emperador. Naku, may surge siya. Although this is not a breakout, So, bullish po si Emperador right now. And it went oversold. Nag-oversold ba siya? Matagal na siyang 31. It just touched the oversold level. Pero dito po siya nag-oversold noong March 2022. And ever since, nagtatouch lang siya ng oversold level. At napapansin niyo po, paakyat po si Emperador, ha? Paakyat po siya. Very, very slow, but it's moving upwards in a general bullish direction. Kung titignan niyo po yung long-term black line, yung indicator po natin, 100 days po yan ay generally paakyat. Generally paakyat. Pag ganun siya. Sorry, ulitin natin. Pangit yung drawing ko. Pag ganyan, no? Diba? Paakyat po siya. From here, yan. Kung nakikita niyo po yung aking drawing, yan po. So, if you were able to buy here at the oversold level, so, halimbawa, nakabili po kayo dito, example lang po, no, na 1326, nasa 2060 now. So, if you just held on to the stock. Ngayon po, let's draw. Nag-draw po tayo ng parallel channel, ano? We can start here, then up to here, para ma-draw natin yung support and resistance po niya. Okay, based dito sa parallel channel, ang support ay nasa 20.24 and resistance is at 22.45 in a general upward direction. Si Emperador. Okay, so yan po ang ating report sa stock market, ika-11 ng Nobyembre. Ito po si Benji Chidoro, nagpapaalala, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagtangkilik at hanggang sa muli. Happy weekend, stay safe, God bless, and bye for now.